Hey, you guys, happy Friday. Cheers to you. Cheers to your Friday. I have very exciting news. And this one's been a long time coming. So I have had so many requests throughout the last few years, to be honest, ever since I started um making courses. I've had so many requests to make this course, and now it's done and it's available to you. You guys, it's EFT tapping. You know how much I love EFT tapping and how much I preach about it, how much results I personally have gotten from EFT throughout the years. And I read so many success stories from my clients on EFT tapping. I feel like I look so pale, you guys. Sorry. Maybe I should turn on the light. Maybe I will later. Um, I created a new EFT tapping course. So we already have one for money and abundance. We have one for SP. And now we have one for health, like your most optimal health overall. And I threw a bonus round of tapping in there for weight loss. And you guys, before I made this course, like before I actually made it available to you guys on the website, which now it is, links are going to be in the description box down below. If you have any questions or you can't access it, just comment down below and reception will help you. So what I did is my whole life, I've literally struggled with weight. Okay. And that resulted in not healthy habits throughout the years. So either I would not eat at all, or I would not eat nutritious foods, or I would eat a lot. Okay. And if you've gone through weight issues before or anything like that with your health, you probably resonate with this. You know what I mean? It's always like a constant roller coaster. But when I learned many years ago how your mind and your subconscious mind work and the science behind it and how habits are created and your thoughts kind of run the show, your not just your thoughts but your programming, your subconscious programming runs the show, right? So what I did is before I made this course available to you guys, I did a challenge. I said, these EFT tapping rounds, I'm going to be consistent with it for a month before I make this course available to my beautiful viewers. You guys, I did it for a month. And what happened was I already was getting really good at my subconscious programming about health and body. As you guys know, if you followed me, last year I lost 30 pounds. Okay. And in like a healthy way, which all the years prior was not healthy. It was always like just temporary diets here and there and like just like not eating or just whatever, right? So I already had done that. But I was like, you know what? Let's do with just reprogramming. Like I want to see just reprogramming how this is going to work. Also, you guys, this whole video is not going to be about health and weight. So just stay tuned. If you're not like interested in health and weight, skip. But I did it for 4 weeks, you guys, and I lost an extra 7 pounds. And the reason for that is because while I was consistently doing the reprogramming, which is just the tapping sessions throughout the day consistently, while I was doing that, what was happening was it was getting into my subconscious, because with EFT tapping, you're hitting certain meridian points on the face and the body, and it's triggering your subconscious to now kind of reinforce what you're tapping on and release the limiting belief. Okay. And what happened was throughout the 4 weeks, I felt more like I was reaching for the more nutritious foods. I was making decisions throughout the day that would actually take me to the goal desire, the goal weight, or even it wasn't even more of like a goal weight I was looking for. It was more like body recomp. Okay. I'm curvy. I have my like silhouette is like hourglass, and I was looking to more like slim the waist down but keep the curves and the thighs and everything. So like body recomp in the fitness world, that's called body recomposition. So I was doing that with my reprogramming and the decisions I was making throughout the day, whether it was choosing the right foods, choosing the right movements to work out, and actually not resisting. The problem with a lot of people and with me in the past is resisting it. Like when something feels like a chore, your brain doesn't want to do it. When something feels like, it's like you have to do it, not like you want to do it, then it becomes harder to achieve. Okay. So if you resonate with whatever I'm saying, comment down below. But just to cut it short, I don't want to make the whole video about this. Just to cut it short, I already saw results with it in the first month of me doing it. Okay. My clients that recently purchased it already are emailing in with success, and they're feeling the changes within. And this is why I do what I do. This is why I love what I do, is because if it can help you, like if a small investment in yourself can help you like throughout your whole life, that's it. Like that's literally that's the point of it. Like if it can help you and it can make you feel good and it makes you feel like quality of life, that is the point of the content. That is the point of the courses. So thank you so much to all of you that have already purchased it. If you have not purchased it yet and you are interested in the EFT course or any of my other courses, links are going to be in the description box down below, you guys. How it is when you go on the site, when you click on the link, it takes you to a page where I think you have to click next a few times. And then when you actually get to the courses and you want to pick whichever course you want, it gives you days and times. Don't worry about the days and times. The moment you purchase it is the moment you receive the course and you can start experiencing success ASAP. You don't have to like wait for the day and time. That's just for our calendar, like end of it. Okay, so let's cheers to this Friday, you guys. I intend all of you watching this video experience success this weekend and forever. Okay, cheers to that. One thing I'm going to be sharing is success from my client today, you guys. She is excelling in her self-concept. She is experiencing the best breakthroughs and experiences with her SP, and this man literally was just friends with benefits before her self-concept level up. This person just wasn't looking for a relationship, didn't want one, wasn't ready for one. And I find that it's so common nowadays. Like we hear this so much, but when you level your inner world, you level it up, everybody must match that energy. So you might not see it right away. And I want to explain that. Things may be working in your favor right now, but you don't see it because everything looks the same. But I want you to remember, not every manifestation is going to feel like such a huge shift. Like it's not going to feel like, oh my God, like fireworks and butterflies and rainbows. Like so it sometimes happens so slightly, the change. Like it's the same people, same environment. You're going probably to the same job, same coffee shop, whatever. You're in the same environment, right? But the way people behave with you, the way people show up for you, little by little by little, slight changes here and there, they add up. And then one day you turn around and you're like, wow, this person is completely conformed to my new self-concept. And throughout the time, it was so slight. Right? So if you're someone that, because I used to do this, that's why I'm even mentioning it. If you're someone that like is looking for like this huge shift right away, and you think like it's gonna be like smack dab in front of your face and it's gonna be fireworks and everything, sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it's so slight, daily, hourly changes where it's not in your face huge shift, but then when you look back, you're like, wait a second, this person's showing up more. This person's so much more caring. This person's putting my needs above theirs. And it wasn't like that before. That's what I've experienced in my experience, and that's what a lot of my clients experience. And I want you to know that if you're looking for that huge shift right away and you don't see it, don't worry about that, because it might be happening minor shifts, but you just can't tell yet because you're looking for the big thing, right? I have an amazing client, you guys, and when we were talking, she gave me this analogy and I want to share it with you. She would always say, like, she said to me, like, Ani, I feel like this is something you'll totally get, and I totally get it, and I want to share it with you. Sometimes when you're looking at something like this close up, you can't read it, right? Because it's blurry. You can't see anything. You literally have to step back to see the actual words and understand the actual sentences. That's when it'll make sense. So sometimes this is how you're looking at your manifestation. This is how you're looking at your SP. You're looking at it and dissecting it so closely, and you're so worried about what right now they're thinking, right now what they're feeling, right now what they're doing, that you don't see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is the change happens with them when the change happens inside of you. And what do I mean when the change happens inside of you? Like, you hear me teach and preach this in every video, but I really want you guys to take up my challenges every time I give you a challenge in the videos. And I really want you to understand, you changing yourself internally and leveling up on your self-concept is not just about you taking care of your hair, nails, and makeup and working out every day. That's not what it is. Sometimes it's actually dealing with what you're facing in the moment. So, for example, if you're in your reality, if someone keeps treating you like an option, or you keep people pleasing someone, right? Those opportunities are there and they keep showing up in front of your face. So you can actually face them head on and be like, I'm not gonna allow this type of behavior from myself anymore, or from another person. For example, that client I was telling you about, like how her SP's showing up, she would identify as a people pleaser. And I understand that completely, because that's how I used to be. I used to put everyone else's needs before mine. I used to show up so much, and thinking like, I wouldn't even think, oh, this will get me more love. That's just how I was. But then you understand that you're doing that because you're thinking the more you show up for that person, the more they'll appreciate you, the more they'll love you. So she would identify as people pleaser. And what she would do is she would keep putting her SP's needs before hers. And he would keep saying, like, I don't want anything, but like, I don't want a relationship. I don't want anything serious. Like, we're not going to work out. Like, let's just stay friends with benefits. And she would always be like, okay, I don't want to hurt his feelings. Okay, I don't want to do anything to annoy him. I don't want to do anything to push him away, blah, 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 right? But sometimes you have to step back, and this is actual self-love. This is an actual step from a high self-concept. When you realize that you're doing this and you're not looking at the bigger picture, when you realize like you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you're not changing anything about your behavior, your actions, and your choices throughout the day, and decisions you're making throughout the week, throughout the years, you don't know what you're doing. But if anything I said to you resonates with you, you've probably done it, what I'm saying, in the past, or you're probably doing it now too. You need to step back, and in those situations, you need to realize, where and when am I putting my needs first? Like, why do I keep showing up this way? Why don't I stop people pleasing? Like, what do I think is going to happen if I stop people pleasing? Have I tried to stop people pleasing? I think 99.9% of the people that have been doing it haven't really tried to stop. Or even if you tried to stop, you weren't really consistent with it. Because if you were consistent with it, you would start seeing that you choosing that out of love for yourself, choosing to do you rather than worry about the other person's feelings and emotions and oh my God, they're going to leave me. Oh my God, they're going to do this. They're going to do that. And you're like, no, what am I going to do? Let me worry about what I'm going to do. What's going to make me feel peace right now? Because people pleasing doesn't make me feel peaceful. It makes me feel very anxious, and it makes me feel like I'm walking on eggshells, always worrying about how that person feels about me and when they're going to choose me, and am I good enough for them to choose me, right? But if you actually step back and you respect yourself enough to stop that, because you see that year after year after year, relationship after relationship, it's kind of the same thing, same result. It could be a different person, but the same thing keeps happening, right? Even if it starts off amazing and the same thing keeps happening, the problem is more within you than the other person. And when you finally say, hey, you know what? Maybe what I've been doing all this time doesn't work. Maybe I should break the cycle right now. Maybe I should stop running every time they say, come over. Maybe I should stop worrying about them, and focus on a little more me. How do I feel throughout the day? What can I do that makes me feel good throughout the day? And I'll tell you why this is important. And you, if you have followed me, you have heard this before, but thought transmission is very real. Everyone is you pushed out is very real. And if you're watching this video, you've probably already experienced something like it. That's why you're even here. But people feel what you're doing to yourself. Everyone is you pushed out. If they're your mirror, they feel what you're doing to yourself. So if your choices throughout the day are more dependent on, oh, let me do this to make that person feel good, or let me post this to get that person's attention, let me look a certain way to get that person's attention, that person feels that. They feel it. I'm sure you've experienced this, and I say this so much, but it's so important. Like even today, I was on social media and I was watching someone's story, and the story was so innocent, but I could feel that person's lack energy through the screen. Through the screen, I felt it. It was this cringe lack energy. And you can tell that that person was trying so hard to get a specific person's attention. And if I felt that, the persons they're trying to get their attention from felt that too. You know, if you know what I'm talking about, comment down below. I'm sure you see it all the time, right? I'm sure you feel it through people all the time too. That's why it was so important to make decisions. I went through this journey. I succeeded in this journey. My clients go through this journey. All these success stories you hear when it comes to you choosing you, this includes, so challenge, you choosing you means if you're people pleasing, stop it. If you're worried more about how another person feels rather than your own feelings about the situation, step back. Stop. You're probably going 100 miles per hour and you're not noticing what you're doing, but you keep putting that person on a pedestal and you keep dismissing your own feelings and emotions. When you're dismissing your own feelings and emotions, you are literally ignoring your whole power. You're literally blocking the whole manifestation. Okay? Another thing, if throughout the day you're more worried about the other person's opinion of you and when they're going to call, when they're going to text, when they're going to choose you, when are they going to put you on the pedestal, when are they going to pursue you, if the majority of your day is run by these thoughts, you need to nervous system regulate. You need to regulate nervous system. This is why I have the EFT courses. This is why I have all the other courses. My courses are designed to regulate you. And a lot of people, and this is not to push course sales at all. You guys know I'm good in that. You know what I mean? Like I win crazy jackpots all the time. And if you want to learn, I'm here to teach you, baby. But this is not to push course sales. When I say this is why I created the courses, this is truly for your own nervous system regulation. These are things I use on a daily basis that I've made available to you guys. A lot of people have succeeded in manifesting whatever they want just by watching these videos. So this is an option too. But if you are too preoccupied with this, worried about everything else outside of you and other people outside of you, and this doesn't have to just be inclusive to your SP. This is about your boss too. Your boss, if you're too worried about what they think, oh my God, like, I don't know, family members, cousins, like, it doesn't matter, friend group. If you are just someone that you're not meeting your own boundaries, you're not meeting your own passions throughout the day, you're not making decisions that honor your truth and your authenticity, and you're really just operating around other people's wants and needs, you're not at the self concept you should be at. And that tells me that you're on the frequency of you wanting to attract certain people. They can't conform when you're there. They can't conform. The desired version of you and the desired version of them can't meet because you're still pushing resistance in your situation. Does this make sense? So, challenge for you this weekend. If you are someone that kind of plans your day and activities around, like, you're waiting on someone, stop that. For the next week, I want you to stop that and see how things change. If you're someone that is doing affirmations, but all your affirmations are about how this specific person chooses you and this specific person prioritizes you, I challenge you to switch up those affirmations to be more about you and what you love about yourself. Because that person will feel those things about you when you say it about you, because it's you versus you. Your subconscious mind is listening to how you feel about yourself and how you love yourself and how you respect yourself. And it will mirror that out to that person, thought transmission wise, and that person will start treating you the way you treat yourself. So if you're treating yourself with complete disrespect, you don't give a crap about your boundaries, you don't care how heartbroken you'll be, you don't care how disrespected you are, whatever, the person in front of you feels that they can disrespect you. The person in front of you feels like, I can cross every boundary with her. She doesn't even respect her own boundaries. Why should I? You know? So it all comes down to what you're willing to agree with, you versus you. What are you willing to compromise? Like, where are your boundaries? You hear me talk about these topics all the time, but a lot of people just hear it, they don't do it. And my point of these videos is I want to see you apply it. Start applying it. Like, manifestation isn't just you hearing the video. Actually, I challenge you all weekend, try not to consume the content and actually apply the content. If you're a longtime follower, you've probably seen one of, like, my older videos where I was like, stop watching it and start applying it. How many of you know all this stuff? You've probably read every book, like me, in the past. You've probably read every book about it. You've probably read every psychological book, every new book, whatever, Neville book, anything about this topic. You've probably watched every coach in the community. Probably listened to every affirmation tape, right? But ask yourself, am I watching more content than applying it? Because that was me. Like, that I was just consuming content. Consume. But when time came to apply it, like, when my SP in front of me was like just saying the same old thing, acting the same old way, and I was just people pleasing the same old way, one day it hit me and I was like, when are you going to break the cycle? Like, when are you going to actually apply what you know? How are you practicing self-concept? Self-concept isn't just you knowing that you should have a high self-concept. That's not what it is. You having a high self-concept isn't just knowing you should, isn't just knowing like, yeah, if I had a high self-concept, these are the things I would be doing. Do them. Show up as her. Show up as that. Have you ever asked yourself, if I was her now, how would I be, how would my day go? If I was her now, the girl with the high self-concept, having what I wanted, would I be consuming all this content and not applying it? Would I be this anxious? Would I allow people to treat me a certain way? Your answer is there. Okay? So apply it. Apply, apply, apply. Okay? You guys, that was my video for today. If you want to experience that same type of success, a lot of people just watching my videos are. If you want actual homework, because I'm someone, I love a routine. I love homework. Like, give me the rules, give me steps, and I'll do it. And knowing what to do, it just makes it so much easier. So you coaching with me, you get the routine, you get the homework. My courses give you self-guided homework, so links are going to be in the description box down below. Did we say get your drinks, get your snacks? Anyway, cheers, guys. Links are going to be in the description box down below, you guys. If you are new here, welcome. If you want to see my client successes, I share them in almost every YouTube video, also in the community posts here on YouTube and all of our social media. These are actual real client emails sent in. I love you guys. Have an amazing weekend. Take up my challenge and can't wait to hear your success story. Bye.